last summer's transfer window was like no other. After years of football's world-class talents only moving in and around Europe, suddenly a new player entered the game. Of course, that was Saudi Arabia, who went on an oil-fueled mission to accumulate the planet's best players. By and large, it was a success for the nation, stocking the Saudi Pro League with iconic veterans from Europe's elite leagues. The money spent was eye-watering. The wages were jaw-dropping. It seemed inevitable that once Saudi Arabia had set their sights on a new target, it was only a matter of time before he would arrive. However, while a vast sum of high-profile names made the lucrative switch, there were some who rejected their advances. No amount of money could force them to surrender their pride or sell their sporting integrity. Here are just some of the stars who have rebuffed Saudi Arabian advances. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Enjoy watching. 1. Romelu Lukaku. Chelsea were desperate to get rid of him and he was desperate to leave. Naturally, the Saudi Pro League took notice, offering Romelu Lukaku an escape route from his hellish return to Stamford Bridge. Inter, the club he was on loan at last season, pulled out of a deal to sign the Belgian, reportedly due to a lack of funds, but there was also a sense that bridges had been burnt between Lukaku and the Milan side. It seemed logical, therefore, that Lukaku would make the move to Saudi Arabia, taking one final big paycheck given he had recently hit 30. However, he rejected a move to the Pro League, instead opting to continue to challenge himself within Europe. Lukaku ended up at Roma after a summer of transfer talk and has already provided 14 goals in 24 appearances for Jose Mourinho's side. The chance to play under the legendary coach in the Italian capital proved too tempting. 2. Thiago. It's a move that Liverpool probably wish had materialized given Thiago has missed the entirety of this season through injury, but hindsight is a wonderful thing. It wasn't too difficult to predict the midfielder's injury woes given his track record, but it seems Jurgen Klopp was keen to keep the Spaniard around regardless, despite having just under a year left on his Liverpool deal. The Reds missed the chance to recoup some of the money they have spent on Thiago, both in transfer fee and significant wages, with the former Barcelona man turning down the chance to move to Saudi Arabia. As a result, it seems likely that the 32-year-old will leave for free next summer. Whether he will have changed his mind about a move to the Pro League at that stage remains to be seen. 3. Luka Modric. Luka Modric was one of the first players identified as a target by Saudi Arabia last summer, with the veteran midfielder facing an uncertain future at Real Madrid prior to the transfer window. The 38-year-old was linked with a switch to Asia as his Madrid contract ran down, but the Croatian decided to sign a new one-year deal with the Spanish side to dramatically rebuff Saudi advances. Modric reportedly turned down one of the largest contract offers in football history from Al Hilal. Despite having been delighted with his decision at the time, there are now question marks over Modric's future. Having struggled to find a regular starting berth in the Madrid team as Carlo Ancelotti ushers in a younger midfield setup, there have been links with a January exit for the 2018 Ballon d'Or winner. If Modric has his sights set on a winter departure, Saudi Arabia will undoubtedly revive their interest. For Heung-min's son. Right now, money is not important to me, said Heung-min's son last summer. The most important thing is to play in a league that I enjoy playing in. Providing one of the most vocal and public rejections of Saudi Arabian funds, the Tottenham star simply couldn't say goodbye to the Premier League, choosing to begin a new chapter in North London under Ange Postecoglou. At present, it seems a sensible decision given just how positively life has started under the Australian coach, with son flourishing despite the loss of his strike partner Harry Kane. Moreover, he started the season in great form and scored 12 goals and 5 assists in 20 matches. 5. Lionel Messi. Any hopes of a reunion between Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo were dashed this summer, with the Argentine deciding to travel in the opposite direction to his old nemesis after leaving Paris Saint-Germain. Messi decided to continue the tradition of aging superstars in Europe, making the switch to the United States, joining David Beckham's Major League Soccer franchise Inter Miami. It could have been very different for the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner though, with Saudi Arabia reportedly willing to offer him £321 million a year to rival Ronaldo and team up with Al Hilal. However, Messi won't be too hard up in Florida, with the former Barcelona icon set to still bring home a staggering £38 million a year in MLS. 6. Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe not only rejected a bid from Saudi Arabia last summer, he turned down the chance to break the record for the most expensive transfer of all time, a €222 million record that currently belongs to former teammate Neymar. Despite Paris Saint-Germain receiving a £259 million offer for his services in the summer, Mbappe decided to stay put, running down his contract with the French side before a seemingly inevitable move to Real Madrid next summer. Given the deal offered by Al Hilal was only for one season, it would have been easy for Mbappe to take the astronomical wages offered to him in Saudi Arabia before making the move to Madrid in 2024. However, for whatever reason, the French forward decided to stay with the Ligue 1 champions, much to the annoyance of the PSG hierarchy. Mbappe didn't choose money and ruin his career like Neymar. 7. Sergio Busquets. Iconic Spain midfielder Sergio Busquets was a one-club man for his entire career until he was released by Barcelona this summer. The 34-year-old was widely tipped to join Al Hilal, but he eventually decided to snub the Saudi side and follow Messi to Miami. 8. Jamie Vardy. Vardy has rejected a potential move to Saudi Arabia, despite interest from clubs like Khalij FC, who were keen to sign the Leicester City striker. The 36-year-old has made it clear that a transfer to the Gulf state is completely off the table for him and his family. In an interview with a journalist, he said the following: "When nobody wanted me, Leicester wanted me. I didn't want to disappoint them and transfer somewhere else. I think I will end my career here." 9. Toni Cruz. Cruz Real Madrid de Calmea de Vamedi. Alman orda sahaoyan kisu sudi arabistandaki ideali projay katalmak isen teklif aldi ankak teklifai redeti. Kross said about Saudi Arabia, "Everyone should make this decision for themselves, like Cristiano Ronaldo. Do it towards the end of your career. But it is strange that these players, who are in the middle of their career and have the quality to play for the best clubs in Europe, make these transfers. The lack of human rights there will prevent me from traveling to Saudi Arabia." On January 10, 2024, in the Real Madrid-Atletico Madrid Cup match played in Saudi Arabia, it drew attention that Real Madrid footballer Toni Kross was booed every time the ball came to his feet. It was stated that Toni Kross was criticized for his remarks about Saudi Arabia, but Toni Kross did not back down and made such a post on his Twitter account. Also, Toni Kroos had criticized Gabri Veiga, who rejected Manchester United and Chelsea for the Saudi transfer, as shameful during the last summer transfer window. 10. Robert Lewandowski. Barcelona's Robert Lewandowski has turned down a massive offer from a Saudi Arabian club this summer. The unnamed Saudi club was reportedly ready to offer the striker an annual salary exceeding €150 million. However, Lewandowski did not consider leaving Barcelona after just 1 year at the club. 11. Angel Di Maria. Angel Di Maria snubbed Saudi Arabia offer and decided to choose Benfica for a second spell after quitting Juventus. Di Maria made his choice with a heart instead of choosing a high salary. When he was transferred, he made a statement like this: "Benfica is the club that made me shine and brought my career to this point. I came to pay my debt to them. When the offer came, I had already signed without reading the conditions." 12. Musa Diabi. The 24-year-old French winger, who secured a move to Aston Villa this summer, decided against moving to Saudi Arabia in favor of a move to the highly competitive Premier League. Diaby, who had 14 goals and 11 assists in all competitions last season, caught the attention of several clubs across Europe, who had genuine interest in signing him, with Aston Villa landing his signature. But before sealing the deal, Aston Villa had to face stiff competition from Saudi Arabian side Al Nassr. According to a report by Daily Mail, they matched the £50 million being offered by Aston Villa in the hopes of linking him up with Cristiano Ronaldo. With both of the clubs reaching an agreement with Bayer Leverkusen on the transfer fee, the ball was in Diaby's court, who ultimately decided to join Aston Villa in the Premier League.